Hey y'all, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are playing some Animal Crossing. If you're new to my channel, first I want to say welcome over here. We've actually been working on this island a ton during my live streams. I'm pretty late on an Animal Crossing video, so I figured we would progress the island a little bit just in case you haven't been able to tune into the live streams to kind of see what we're doing and what is planned for this island. Today my plan is to basically redo over by the Plaza. If you've been following the streams, you know that there was originally over in this location like a little waterfall center sort of build. I wasn't really a fan of it, and I thought placing another villager over here would actually add a little bit more detail and kind of be easier to transition around. Then we're also going to be working on a transitional spot behind the plaza. I'm planning to do a lot of decorating and more transitional areas on my next Animal Crossing live stream. So this is kind of just to prepare for that stream to kind of get these areas progressed. That way I can kind of go from there and see what happens. Now I'm actually working on several different islands. It's not just this theme. If you're new to my channel, I'm actually really into doing city core themes, and we have a Stray inspired island that I still need to load up and work on, but promise it is being worked on. I did not abandon it. And then I also have like a fall city. So we're going to be working on these islands still. I'm just hitting some inspo blocks lately. Like, it's just so hard to feel inspired with Animal Crossing lately just because of the lack of updates and obviously the lack of content. But with all this being said, that doesn't mean that Animal Crossing is ever going to leave my channel. I just need time to kind of regroup and get inspired again to do those themes. This island today is actually a great example of this. I actually started this island over a year ago, and then I kind of just left it alone and never returned to it. Then out of the blue, once we were approaching September, I decided I'm going to load it up and actually get this island done because I want to finally release it. So we have actually been working on this island for quite some time. This island also is the first time I've committed to a cottagecore theme. Like, I've done many builds of cottagecore, but I've never actually committed to a full-on island. So I'm very excited to release my first official cottagecore island. I mostly focus on city core stuff because that's just my personal taste for island building. But this island has been really fun. It's been a nice break from just, doing structured builds. That being said, I'm always going to do my city core content, but it's just been really nice to not have to think about structure. So during my build process, I noticed I needed to adjust the terraform over by the villager because it wasn't going to blend properly. So my plan over here is to basically remove some of this terraform and make it a little bit more natural. And I'm actually going to be adjusting this terraform quite a bit throughout the video just because it also was an issue when I started doing my transitional area behind the plaza. I'm also going to be focusing on trying to keep this villager yard pretty open and overgrown. I don't want to clutter too many trees because I want to actually have a lot of little cottagecore details, and that is something I struggle with when it comes to natural islands because I am so tempted on like filling every inch up with like flowers and bushes and waterfalls because I don't know how to do these little detailed areas. But I've been learning a lot on how to do cottagecore areas from QB Crossing and Autumn Weeds on Instagram and YouTube. Their content just has really helped me learn how to do cottagecore details, and I'm very thankful for their content because I feel like I'm slowly starting to get the hang of it. So behind the small pumpkin patch, I ended up removing more terraform so I could fit another tree behind the small hardwood. So that is the adjustments I just made. Now I'm going to start focusing on the villager yard. And this area, like I said earlier, is going to be overgrown and very detailed with cottagecore areas. I'm also going to be extending out some terraform on the left side, but we didn't get to that area today. We're probably going to focus on that on another video or stream. I really want today's video focus to kind of help prepare for the bigger builds that we're going to create on live streams and just get these transitional areas finished, and of course just getting some areas finally detailed. So now that I have all the terraform adjusted in front of the villager, we're going to start detailing some more. I'm going to do a cute little like blanket area inspired by autumn weeds right here in front of our pumpkin patch, and then we're going to detail some more overgrown areas in front of it. There will be some transitions through the build process just because I did change my mind on details. I actually really struggled with this area because I wanted to clutter it in so bad with trees and bushes, but I was trying to keep it as open as possible just because I figured it would be easier to transition around and from. So please bear with me when I change my mind on details and I go back and forth a lot. So now that I got almost all of the right side decorated, we're gonna start working on the left side of the villager home, and I'm just gonna do something pretty simple with trees and overgrown weeds and flowers. I already have pretty much the whole entire cottagecore details done, so I don't want it to take away from like the little pumpkin patch or the sitting area. So we're gonna try to keep this as simple as possible on the left side. Once I finish up detailing the left side over here, then we're going to start working on our transitional spot behind the plaza. This location will be inspired by Bluebell Dew on Twitter. I will have everyone I took inspo from linked in the video's description. So my plan is to do a really nice incline transition right behind the plaza and just help kind of blend out the terraform next to our villager neighborhood. And this is all going to like connect together. I think my plan is through one of the inclines, we're going to do another villager with some sunken waterfalls, and I think that's how I'm going to transition and blend this all out. Now, it did take me a second to figure out how to terraform this, so I will have a couple of transitions through the process of it. It was kind of tricky to figure out how to fit this behind the plaza because the space was pretty limited. I think what made this location so difficult to do was trying to fit both of the inclines into the location itself, because it's not a lot of space to work with for the idea, but I really wanted this to be the transition behind my plaza, so I was determined to make it work. So it took me a second to kind of figure out how to do the waterscape over here, but I think I solved my dilemma because I was trying to do like a larger waterfall on the right side and it just wasn't looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and like fill in over here with a little bit more terraform, and then we're gonna start focusing on blending out the other areas and doing some, of course, decorating and detailing. I went ahead and filled in some weeds and also some more pathing, and this is kind of how the terraform is starting to look on the left side. No idea what my plan is to do on the top level, so if you have any awesome ideas that you think would look wonderful for this, please let me know in the comments section. I think I'm gonna keep that little like skinny wonky walkway that kind of leads up to the incline, so I think we're gonna do like another little overgrown walkway, kind of like what we did in front of the village. Anyways, I'm gonna add a few more final details and then we'll do the walkthrough of how this area is transitioning over to the forest village and also just how it's blending out on the other sides too. I don't really have any set plans for this island. I'm kind of just designing as I get inspired and figuring out areas as I go. But of course, if y'all have any awesome ideas for the theme, let me know in the comments section. Your feedback always helps me plan out content and how to design other areas. But this is how that little transitional spot blends into the villager neighborhood transition. And then of course, this is the overgrown walkway that I was talking about earlier that we did on a live stream. I obviously still have a ways to go with this island and a lot to decorate, but we are making some major progress over the last few days on it. I'm confident I can get this island done definitely this month so we can focus on our other islands too. I hope that today's video brought you some Animal Crossing inspo, but also some motivation to pick up your game again. Let me know what you think about this island so far in the comments. And with that being said, thank you so very much for watching and have a horrible day. I'll see you next video.